is the best reality for my application? How do I decide if I create a virtual reality app or an augmented reality application? Think about your use case. Can your users sit on a chair and be immersed and completely disconnected from their environment and see a simulation for an education purposes, for example? Then that's a very good VR use case. But if you have to have some kind of connection with your actual environment, then augmented reality should be your choice. A great example is if you are educating a surgeon for a surgery, that's a really good use case and that you can practice in a virtual environment. But when you're in a surgery room, you can't be disconnected from your environment totally, but you might need to have some relevant information in front of you about the patient. And that's a really great use case for augmented reality.
Hi, the Global XR Conference is very pleased to welcome Diana Olenek. Diana is an engineer and a studio director, and she manages an app agency that specializes in business and educational apps. She's also currently writing her first book on mindful design and the ethical use of tech. Welcome, Diana.
Hello, thank you so much for being here today. We're going to be speaking about XR in marketing and advertisement. So my name is Diana Olenek. I am the director of Informethod and I am also an engineer. My specialization is in business and educational apps and experiences. Today, we're going to be speaking about why the time is now for XR in marketing and advertisement, current opportunities and case studies, practical applications, how to begin the implementation, and how to assess success. Why the time is now, you might be wondering? In perspective, 61% of shoppers prefer augmented reality places where they can go with their cell phone and try on the product. 40% would pay more to stores that would have this type of experiences available because they can, instead of wasting money for a product that they don't like, just try it first. And 71% would shop more with AR stores that have this capability because they actually find it more interesting and more well thought for clients when they can pretty much have the experience ahead before buying. This is similar to when you're gonna buy a car, at least where I live this is the case, that they tell you in the showroom, they tell you, if you really want to try this car and you don't want to compromise yourself by signing a contract of thousands of dollars, let's do something. Take the car, these are the keys, go yourself with the car, experience it by yourself, about 2 or 3 days, and come back in 3 days and let us know if you like it or not. There is no compromise. If you don't like it, it's okay. Please let me know if this is not a good marketing and sales strategy, because you can get to decide without pressure if you really like it or not. So this is the same concept behind. With augmented reality, we are now going to be able to try these products and decide firsthand if we like them or not. Therefore, it can boost more sales because just for the fact that you add the experience, is going to be more attractive and it's going to allow you to make better decisions, which in turn is going to mean that the brand has taken you into account for that decision and is not just trying to push products and services. So this is a retail data taken from 100 stats about retail, e-commerce, and digital marketing from Ryan Lunch. Current opportunities and case studies. So we're bringing a couple of examples here so we know what this is about. I am not making the assumption that you already are into XR, so the best way to really understand is with a couple of examples to try to put ourselves into the idea of what it could be there available for us and how we could start working with these tools. Nike, for example, use in physical stores these type of devices, for example, headsets or augmented reality apps, where the users can not only try the shoes, for example, before buying, but also getting additional information about the product. And this is one video that maybe can illustrate a little bit about one of the strategies that they use for very special clients. Let's see what this is about. So with this example, we can see how Nike has smartly been using this technology in order to delight users for very, very customized products. Also, one thing that is interesting to note here is the use of geofencing that they are doing in these apps in order to really target what are those specific clients that would find more delight in the use of this experience. So this is something that has been happening with 2D apps with the use of geofencing in order to target this type of clients. But now I believe once all the augmented reality glasses are released, this is gonna be happening all from those glasses, and we're gonna be exposed more to this type of opportunities, which we are right now. But as you can see, in this special case, Nike was using it with only selected customers, which is something that you could also implement. Okay, now let's see with IKEA. I really love this example, and I couldn't hold myself of not bringing it forward. They release an app that is called the Place app, which is an augmented reality app, and it allows people to design their own space by using just the cell phone. Let's see this example.
Hey, IKEA would like everyone to know about Place, our new augmented reality app. Built on Apple's new AR kit, you can easily place true to scale 3D models of IKEA furniture in your place. Scan, browse, select, move, and place. So that could mean less of this. And less of this. And probably more of this. We want to make it easier for people everywhere to imagine a better place. Share this place. And this place. Try Place in your place.
Yes! As you can see, this is another example of how this is happening right now. How you could potentially have your own augmented reality app or your virtual reality app where you create your own environment or your own experience for your clients, and you help them to make better decisions. And it's not just about this, you can also create gamified experience, as we're gonna see it a little later on, but these are great examples. The next example is about BMW though, and this is a little different example. He uses the showroom to invite potential buyers to customize the vehicle even further and to experience a ride. And so let's see how it is. This one is going to show a little bit more of the actual, experience of these potential customers and what they feel about this.
We here at the N-Drive Tour, we always start with a big bang, and this here at the Slovakia Ring, where we can experience and also introduce the all-new BMW M5.
We do a lot of different things on the racetrack, also drifting challenges and drag racing. Our guests get the premium treatment during these days.
It was crazy, like the new M5. The acceleration got and the feedback on the brakes, it was really nice.
I was here 2 years ago. This one is higher step. It's very nice.
What we wanted to do in first place is to enrich the overall experience for our customers. I think this was a very special thing that we tried to enrich this time with digital assets.
When they check in, processes inform the people that we have the VR here too, that they can configure the car if they didn't do it yet or start doing it here.
When I was on the track and sitting in the real M5, this is like really close, really close. The feedback when you open the doors, open the trunk, it's unbelievable.
The experience with VR was actually too real, I have to say, because it's so real that you forget that it's not a real environment around you.
It was incredible, especially when I wanted, to check details of the car. I could steer the wheel, I could honk, I could open the trunk, take the helmet on my head. Really amazing.
For me, this is just the little starting point, to be honest. They will see their configured M5 and also the pictures of the day and video of the day, because we want to keep them excited, not just being excited here and then it's all gone.
Super experience. I think it's great to make the configuration of your car, to see the colors. I think it's mission accomplished.
I hope that this also illustrated a little bit of how is that these experiences definitely transform the world of marketing and advertisement. In the future, what we're gonna see in advertisement is that once we get into these environments, we're gonna be the digital advertisements depending on your privacy settings and dependency on, of course, because we already know about artificial intelligence, what are the things that could be more relevant for you. And this is what we'll be seeing all around in a virtual reality environment, as well as with an augmented reality type of experiences or mixed reality. So this is a great example, and I really wanted to bring it forward. We have more examples, but definitely the time is a constraint here, so we're just going to explain quickly about FaceCake, just so if you have a business related with this, or if you want to learn more about these possibilities with this, you can have a better idea. FaceCake is an app created so people could actually try the clothes and store their favorite garments. So this is one of these apps that are incredible, and I think that apps of this kind are gonna be in a real boom very soon. Watchbox allows their customers to try the watches to make sure that they like the color and how it matches with the skin and the design. And L'Oreal and many makeup companies are already in that type of category. Perfumes and stuff are already into this, sending the customers boxes where they have the bottle of the actual perfume, but when they open it and they place the cell phone, there is a beautiful experience, kind of putting them into another dimension that accompanies the box and the whole experience at opening the perfume. Practical applications. So for this, we see hands-on product demos. So you can create, for example, one type of sampling, delivered in a box and accompanied in the box, for example, with an augmented reality experience where you can show the video, show a holographic branding experience, or show even instructions or something that is useful for the client. branding experiences where you can create shows or events in virtual reality environments where they can get to interact with members of your team or get into a contestant or something fun that bring excitement to the interaction with your brand. Another recommendation is 3D graphics. Start to use 3D graphics in your content strategy or things that allow the clients to interact more with you or your content. And product customization is another one in which you allow them through the experience to make their own decisions about how they want their products. Product customization is the future of marketing. The best products are the ones that you can customize further, that you really want something to be black, white, with lines or with patterns. That is the best because they really feel that the product is for them, not for a massive consumer. So that brings a lot of loyalty in brands. Gamified campaigns where you can create augmented reality experiences where they enter in a contestant or where they enter into competition where they could get stuff for more points that they collect, for more shares, for more interaction, for more branding ambassadors, etc. There are many options here, but you can definitely do this right now, and it's not that difficult through gamified campaigns. Digital world, creating your digital world is a no-brainer because what is going to happen with the websites is that the next iteration are going to look like three-dimensional websites. So if right now we go to a website and it's a 2D screen where we push buttons and try to go here and there, the next iteration is going to be entering into the website and actually walking inside the website. So that means that the website is going to be a space. So then this is a good opportunity to start playing with this around and seeing how you can create a simplified version of this so you can start inviting clients to interact more with you. And finally, the point that I cannot emphasize more is that you really need to take advantage of this time, because the more and the more this starts to get more implemented, it's going to get more difficult for you to try to get media coverage of what these unique things you are doing, as more and more people is going to be doing. This is the time. That's why we started by saying why this is the time. The time is now because as it is not massively spread right now, by you creating these strategies, you're going to be having people to talk about it. And that is amazing for your business. It's a amazing opportunity for you. So creating these experiences, I'm showing here an example. For example, if you have a meditation type of business, if you're an instructor, a yoga, etc., creating these type of things is what makes the game totally different, because you no longer have to just trust in content, in just writing blogs or things that at some point are going to look boring, but these real world experiences. So the traditional media versus the VR experiences, this is what I was talking about. Consider time and effort in creating, like nailing down the real topics that they want to see in a blog, in video production. It's massive, all the stuff that is needed there, podcasts, all of these. I think that there are possibilities where you can start bringing these even more meaningful experiences into a digital world, your own digital world, your own company. So this is what makes the game totally different. Instead of someone reading a blog and trying to figure out by themselves the information that they want, now they can access a world, they can have someone to explain, or they can interact themselves with the stuff that you have there. Let's say that if you have a meditation, or you're a fitness trainer, or some sort of this type of business, for example, instead of creating a blog about meditation that we really don't have the practice, then you create an environment that is for meditation, and they have some free sessions there, and they get to experience themselves about this. So there is no easy way to sell than having the first-hand experience and trying by themselves, and you don't have to be creating more and more and more. You just have available your experiences for them ready. So what could be a potential action plan for you? Breaking it down, it would be reassess your vision with your company or your business. define the new marketing plan, how you can now integrate this type of experiences, get the customer feedback ahead of what they like to see, what do you think that could be done better, what kind of amazing things they dream of, and create experiences around that amazing feedback that they are giving you, whether it is in VR or in AR or mixed reality. How to assess your success? So very important when you decide to integrate these experiences in your marketing strategy, it's important to define what would be your KPIs, so your key performance indicators. So defining clear new key performance indicators for the campaign, for example, percentages of engagement or percentages of brand awareness or percentages of sales. This is very important. It depends totally on what are your objectives. And calls to action, which is analyze the functioning and the accomplishment of those call to actions like clicks, shares, purchases inside the experience. Of course, we're not speaking about this in a 2D screens. We are speaking about this in immersive experience like virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, calls to actions that happen inside the experience or the environment. And this one is a pretty important one: heat mapping, re-engaging, and view through rate. And this is related with heat mapping, is that when you create the experience, having the ability to analyze where is that the persona or the user is going more often. For example, at the north side of your place, your three-dimensional place, you have a stand where they can get to try on certain maybe jewelry or something. And you can see in the analysis of your experience that people is going there more often. So then that gives you a clue that they might be liking more of these type of experiences. So you iterate based on that. Re-engaging, like how many times they keep coming back to the same experience, and view through rate up to where they drop the experience. So the analysis of all of this information is absolutely crucial for you to maintain the pace of improving on your amazing experiences and therefore having more success with your sales and your business goals. So that is how we can assess, how we can, have these amazing type of guidelines for applications in marketing and in advertisement. If you have any questions, of course, I am just one email away. It's mformethod@dianaolenic.com. We have two websites, mformethod.planup.ca and dianaolenic.com. So please follow me on social media. I am as Diana Olenic, and let's keep the conversation going. I really love this topic, so I'm always ready there. I love you so much, and thank you. Blessings for you and all your family. See you later.
Hi, Diana. Are you there?
Yes. Thank you so much. And so, I'm very excited to be here, as I expressed before. And I don't know if there are any questions, but I just like to say that, yes, indeed, marketing and advertisement is very crucial. I know that there are many developers even outside sometimes. And I know that we would get a lot of advantage by learning a little bit more about the strategies in publicity, in advertisement, in marketing. So that's why I decided to do this presentation, because at this point in the world, we might have some businesses, but not being very aware of what is going around in this type of field, that like the new ways of technology. So definitely education is a very, very crucial element right now to help business owners to get awareness of what is available right now for them.
Oh, thank you for addressing the business aspects of this. And you're absolutely right. We're digging very deeply into code, but sometimes it's really important to pull back and see things from a higher perspective, right? So we do have a few questions for you. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Okay. We've got a question here from Tom, who wants to know, as a business that wants to get into augmented reality marketing, what's the best way to go about finding and evaluating an agency to work with?
Yeah, I think that ideally is an agency that might have some experience, but specifically in the type of campaign maybe that you want, because there is different type of experiences. This is a new whole world opening up. So there are experiences that are related, for example, with building your own digital world. There might be another ones that are related with maybe advertisement, just the advertisement part, creating those advertisement in augmented reality, or maybe they might be some other ideas related with gamified experiences. So it depends on that. So finding online maybe, or through joining, there are many discords now that are specialized for this type of experiences. So if you search, maybe that can be, or locally maybe some agencies that you might trust, because you know their reputation, they are local, you know the work that they are doing, and you can even maybe approach the office, the physical office, and then interact with them and ask them to show some examples. So it's just how you feel aligned, because there are many agencies of course right now also, but it's the alignment that you feel with the brand, which is very important, how you feel with that first interaction with the brand, like how do they understand maybe your objectives, and also the experience that they have with the particular type of experience that you're looking for. And also something that I believe that is very important actually is that in the creative world, or in the creative field, there might be many opportunities where there are amazing artists and amazing developers, but sometimes they might not totally be aligned with your KPIs. So it would be interesting if you can find an agency that aligns your business goals, and you make sure that by the amount of money that you're investing in the experience is going to give you actually a return. So it would be nice that the agency actually has maybe a background in business, or actually attends that part too, and gives you an outline of how that experience might help you to get those. Maybe you have particular return on investment goals, and so they can actually evaluate and analyze and produce data out of the experience. You know that data is very important always, and is always linked with money. So that would be my recommendation.
Nice. Here's a question from Kendra, and Kendra would like to know a little bit more about the book that you're working on.
Yes, thank you so much for that question. That's very exciting. Okay, so okay, this is I get super excited. So um I think that I have a personal philosophy that is all related with minimalism. And I feel that in design, it's beautiful to keep things simple. You know, this is type of like the design that we make. It's more like Japanese style and stuff, this type of environments or experiences. And I believe that because of studying mindfulness, I always had this back in my mind of what is our responsibility of, like, from engineers and developers, in terms of creating experiences that are not necessarily to enslave the person. So I know I'm speaking here about marketing, but there is another human part that is not only the human-centered design that we know from UI, UX, design. It's also about how we're protecting the human beings to avoid absolutely the total dependence on technology. I really believe, which might sound contradictory, but I really believe that a type of experience, for example, when you want to learn to meditate, which is a physical thing, a machine cannot do it for you. You have to do it as a human being. You just use the machine to learn how to do it. But the problem comes when maybe it becomes a total dependence on the machine, because then where are human beings, right? So my proposal with the book is to show how, through research also with gaming, for example, there is right now the World Health Organization has categorized the addiction of gaming as a mental illness. And this is interesting, all the research that is behind that. So what is the type of technologies that we are building, and how we can create some sort of ethicals or standards around this? So we take into account not only the part of marketing that we know for psychology to make people buy, but also to produce technology that supports the human beings in a way that don't necessarily make them addictive to that. So that is the book about.
That's great. Uh, This is one from Pedro, who's a podcaster. I guess he noticed that you mentioned podcasting. Do you think there's a place for podcasting in AR in the future?
Definitely. We've been doing some episodes also because I like, like publicity. So we've been doing some episodes in different places. So at some point, you're going to be able to have your avatar and take it. This is the concept of interoperability, right? That you can take your own body and take it in different platforms. So you can take your body, whatever body you decide, avatar, and you can decide any environment where you want and take your people and interview them there. That's actually a very interesting use case right now. And I encourage you to start doing it as soon as possible because it's so fun, it's so different, it's so interesting for many people to see these interviews in these beautiful, beautiful spaces, unexpected sometimes. And, the sound, the quality of the sound is better because it's a spatial sound. So podcasting is about sound, right? So that is another option for you. So I was speaking about a podcast that could be for some people not actually the traditional podcast, which is just sound, but integrating the visuals would be an interesting proposal there for you to explore.
Nice. I think we've only got one more question to handle now. This is from Alexander, who's a conference organizer, and he would like to know if you think augmented reality is the future of technical conferences.
Yeah, I think that virtual reality, augmented reality, all of them are, of course, all the basic scenarios that are gonna serve as actual platforms and environments for everybody to develop their conferences in. I actually believe that personally, I love the fact that before you have, like in the physical world, you have to depend on just the local, for example, places available. And sometimes you might go to the place and try, create the conference, but see that the chairs, you kind of don't like them. You like a better experience for your guests, or maybe the screens, but now, of course, we're going to have interesting experiences where I can be speaking specifically about augmented reality. I can be sitting in my favorite couch, which is very comfortable, and then I just wear my augmented reality glasses and enter the conference in a very beautiful space, maybe integrated with mixed reality. So yeah, the opportunity is there, and it's all ready for us to explore and for the creators to build these amazing and very useful worlds.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Diana. You've really opened my eyes to the possibilities today, not just about the code, but about the bigger aspects of business and really socializing in AR. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I wish the best for you and all your families. If you want, you can follow me in social media. And yes, let's keep the conversation. Thank you so much, and blessings for all of you.